Patreon Saturday. We are about to get into it and go fast. And here are some clips. We are breaking down BravoCon, the Gorgas. Oh my God, Jennifer Aydin and the drink and whose side are we on? And Andy's reaction and Teresa. What a mess New Jersey is. Oh my God. And Jennifer Aydin's assistant, Erika, speaking out. Cover all of that. We cover BravoCon. We get into the Beverly Hills reunion, a little Salt Lake. We have so much to discuss. Here's just a few little snippets, and then I head out over to Patreon. You know where it is, because it's Patreon Saturday with Miss Kim D. Well, are you going to have time to go meet with Teresa? Because, I mean, at BravoCon, they ask her what did they ask her? Who she would rather go on vacation?
Spa day.
Who would she have a spa day with?
And someone told me about this. It's perplexing to me, but I loved your analogy, David, when you said, because the Gorgas had said, oh, I love Kim D, and now I'm going to go on a spa day with Teresa. You know, I'm the type of person, if I feel it's good for me, I'm going to do it. I make the decision as the decisions come to me. I've said all along that if I was asked to come back on the show to shake things up and they were going to pay me, I'm going to go on. Anyone would be a fool not to go on. I was never hurt by the show, or the show never did anything bad to me. Yeah, they call me names. Who cares? I like when they call me names, you know? So I would definitely go back on the show. As far as a spa day, it depends on what that entailed. But I would love to go face to face with Teresa and find out what her explanation was for what she did, or what she even thinks that she didn't do or did do. So I like going face to face with people. I really do. Well, the onstage meltdown. Okay, I think Jennifer hit a nerve when she said they're holding on for dear life. She hit a nerve, okay? And Jennifer does that. She goes there. She hits below the belt. And that like really freaked Joe out, because I got to tell you, even when Andy was asked, the Gorga's going to be off the show? He goes, well, that's not something I can answer now. It's a year from now. This is a bad situation for them. Anyone who goes against Teresa, we've discussed this. Joe Gorga has a habit of attacking women. You remember what he did to me at San Cubano, and that's when I let him have it. And I called him an effing midget, and I played with the big boys. And then I got a 20-minute apology on the stage because I came locked and loaded. I mean, you know, it is what it is. He just has that way about him. He doesn't respect women. He really doesn't. He just should keep. That was between Melissa and Jen. Like, stay out of it. You're a man. You don't attack a woman. And then the kid Tom jumped in. You don't do that. Listen, I've dealt with Joe Gorga one-on-one. I dealt with him. I told everyone, and this will be in my book, he lifted his fist to me. And as he was doing that, Melissa grabbed his arm and pulled it down. Okay. He was capable of anything back then. And I don't know what he's capable now. So, and that's when when you see me go ahead. Because why would I say that? Go ahead. It's because she went to hit me. I'm like, yeah, right. You do that and you have no idea what the repercussions going to be. But she grabbed his arm because I think she's seen him in that way before. You know, it is what it is. You know, he's got a temper, and I think it goes to women or men. I don't like it. I know, they're between a rock and a hard place right now. They have no idea what their future holds. Plus, with the internet blowing up, wow, because everyone's surmising that Gabriella, the daughter, brings up something, and I don't want to bring it up because I haven't seen paperwork
People
on it yet.
People are already starting to comment that they know what it is about the mortgage.
Yeah, about the mortgage and the father's money and all that. Yep, it's all. And they're saying that Gabriella brought it out. I wouldn't be surprised. But I haven't seen paperwork on it. Teresa didn't come out and tell me. But if Gabriella says it, you could take it to the bank. If Gabriella says it, you know how they get another season?
How?
She files for divorce. They keep her as a housewife, and they go through that whole crazy drama, ugly shit.
That'll keep the job.
That'll keep her job. And he'll be on the side filming. Could you imagine how wild that would be? Covering the separation and divorce. Ugly. That would be another season. And that would bring crazy drama to the show. I don't want that. Liz, I don't want a family to break up.
Me either.
There's so many options here. There are so many options. So Gorgas, don't get too nervous yet, because there's a lot of options. So just play it out. But the stuff that's coming out on the internet, that's what I'd be more concerned about, not the show. Not the show. The stuff that the people are digging up. But I call them Bonnie and Clyde. I do call them Bonnie and Clyde because I think she knows a little bit. You can't sleep with somebody every single night and not know everything, you know, like that kind of stuff, because people are calling the house for their money, for the windows that they put in. It's a little bit different. Speaking about that, let's get into something else with Beverly Hills.
Jesus, I know.
But here's the thing also. Jen Shah is out of BravoCon, blah, 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 because she pled guilty. But Teresa pled guilty. Joe pled guilty. I mean, and they put the show off for a year and they gave Joe his own show. Something's not right. Something's not right.
That's what people are saying.
Oh, because what Teresa did wasn't what Jen. How do you know? How do you know how many people they stiffed for money? How do you, like, nobody really knows. Andy didn't really know.
But I forgot.
Oh, me, best dressed of all the BravoCon. You're going to hate me. Loved it when she walked on the stage, got booed, but who cares? Great. There's a different lid to every pot, young man. So that's okay. That's okay. So again, I do not like Crystal. I personally think Crystal is a huge, and I believe the story that those girls walked away from the friendship because she was mocking the housewives. Oh my God, don't go on the housewives, don't go on. And then she goes on. Oh, and I would think it's really messed up if Paris, she's very close with Farrah. You don't just because your mother has a beef, you should go to Farrah's wedding for Farrah. That wouldn't be cool. You know, so Diana's got a thing for her. And I think that Garcelle, like, listen, I was stalked. So Garcelle is like saying, there's something not right with this one. That's why she goes, well, I'm not saying anything anymore because she don't want this in her life. And I don't blame her because some people act psychotic. Okay, so we can go back to it. But what about Salt Lake? I mean, they had their moment on BravoCon too. It was almost like a reunion. That's what Andy was saying when they were on that panel. They were going back and forth like crazy. They are not happy with each other. They're not happy with each other. It's a nothing burger. And I think that Whitney overreacts and Whitney gets a little cray-cray. Yeah.
I don't even
very emotional.
What's going
and Heather
on?
Is just like, give me a break. Heather is a give me a break. Like, get over it already. Stop your nonsense. If it was Whitney or Heather, I'm on, you know, when I did Botched, they put me in a room for 2 hours before we did surgery or, you know, whatever. And you have to answer 500 questions. They give you 2 hours. They give you snacks. They give you water. And it's one of these where you kind of have to put like a paper underneath each question because you can't go back to it, you know? So I told you, and that's going to be part of my book, that when I went in front of the psychiatrist, who happens to be probably one of the best, he's for E channel. He says, I really haven't seen this. You know, I think I don't know if you're going to be surprised. I'm like, what? I did pass with flying colors, but I answered each question with a man's brain.
He said
with a man's brain, like a man would answer. Yeah. So I think like a man. Yeah.
Well, there we go. We know that Kim D thinks like a man. Can you guys all sleep better tonight? And by the way, I don't know if that's such a good thing to think like a man, but okay, Kim, this is all because I was bringing up some housewives that we were discussing that I said, I'm not sure they would be able to pass the psych test. So now Kim wants to prove that she passed the psych test. So go, Kim. We break it all down. We talk more about BravoCon, Aydin and the drink and Gorga and just everything in the Beverly Hills reunion. Head on over to Patreon. Listen to our chat with Miss Kim D.